All right, guys, I think we're good. All right, guys, so good morning. Welcome back to the live stream. We first review the watch list, then we trade the market open every day. Hope everyone's feeling good and ready to go. It's Friday after all. It's the 18th of September, and it's 9:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so we have another 15 minutes here before the market opens at 9:30. Like always, we wrap up trading usually around 10:30, and then the stream by around 11. Quick reminder for everyone that's new, this is for education and entertainment purposes only. My trades are quick, not meant to be followed. Always know yourself why you are entering and exiting a trade. This community is a place for us to help each other. Please do not spam or you will be kicked. Check out the video description below. Tons of FAQs down there. And let's get back to it. One thing I noticed, guys, today, I want you guys to be a little bit cautious about that. I placed an order here and I moved it on the ladder, which we were saying creates bugs on TOS sometimes. I haven't done that in like 2 weeks. Anyway, I did it and my TOS crashed after the order got executed. So be very, very careful. Instead of moving the order on the order book, move it either on the chart or just cancel the order and place a new order. That's what support told me works. But right now the order book has and still is been causing errors in TD Ameritrade. My TOS crashed today too. Okay, so yeah. So yeah, clear issue still with TOS for sure. The tough part is it seems like all these issues are kind of hidden a little bit. You don't really know when you're going to hit a TOS issue. And it seems like everyone always experiences almost different kinds of issues. So it's a bit of a weird game here. Wprt. Doesn't really seem like there's a catalyst for this one. I think, Michael, you were calling this one out. 117 million float, Canadian auto parts company. It looks like yesterday they had a catalyst, or no, 2 days ago, some catalyst about better serving the Indian market. I have yet to fully dive into that catalyst. So I'm not really sure why they're up so much today. And it looks like the sell volume is a bit strong here, so I'm not really sure what this is going to amount to. I don't really think it's a lead gapper, but we'll keep an eye on it. Sava is probably our lead gapper for the day. 22 million float, US biotech analysis. There's analysis saying, or analysts, sorry, saying that it's a buy rating. This is the same ticker we traded on Monday when they got some more news on their Alzheimer drug, kind of becoming probably the #1 Alzheimer drug underway. So kind of a good catalyst there. I mean, actually great catalyst. I hope it works out. What I like about it is on Monday when we were trading this one, we actually ended the day red on Monday trading this one, but it didn't actually sell off that much. We know 6.5 is big support. So let's see what actually ends up happening on this ticker. And if we just go to the 1 minute on, I think 10 days, yeah, we can go back far enough. Let's just kind of scroll back here and see how we traded it on Monday. Yeah, this was the late day runner. It was kind of tough to trade on Monday because it sold off so much because it had that really, really strong run. We got a few trades in it early. You guys probably remember my trade right here. I got out literally before the 80% run. That was kind of ridiculous. Nice little breakout trades, pullbacks, breakouts, pullbacks. And then we tried to dip trade this one on the way down. The selling momentum on this one was really, really ferocious. This overall was like a 37% dip. Had a decent little bounce here, but it wasn't even really that strong. And then, late day, we weren't trading anymore. Started around 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, started, pulling higher. But I think still it would have been a little bit tricky to trade this one. So today, going into knowing how it traded, for Monday, I want to be a little bit careful with this one. Obviously, we are kind of consolidating right now to the downside, and we're not really having, the most, we're not going exponential right now before the market opens, which kind of makes me feel a little bit like this one actually might have a bit more sustainable run when the market does open. So will be interesting to think about how we want to go about trading this one. Let's go to the 5-minute actually here. Oh, what was the high there? 9.4. It's actually like right around there. So we'll have to think, you know, where can be the breakout point on a ticker like this. It's a little hard to say. You know, is it going to consolidate near these highs? What's going to happen is it's going to be a bit of a pennant pattern here. So we got a huge resistance, 9.4 roughly. Somewhere in this zone, we might see, you know, this thing maybe pull off a little bit at the open. So right now it's 9:20. We got another pretty much 9.5 minutes here. So maybe if we open, let's say somewhere here around 8.7, I don't know. It's a big question on where we're going to open, right? Maybe we're going to pull back here, find a little support, and then rip up to $9, consolidate a little bit, and then continue move to the upside. I don't know. Maybe we're going to open around 8.5. We definitely have big support around 8, bigger support around 8.25. So we'll see how we want to play this one. But for now, we know that kind of right around this $9 zone is going to be some really, really interesting resistance. So if we can break past that $9 zone, I think SAVA could be a really, really good fun. I mean, that, you know, 22 million float has the spike ability, has the opportunity for spikes. And this, you know, has shown that it can have these multi-day runs as well. So a lot of potential here on this one. That high of 9, big support at 8. I did a few trades on this one pre-market, and first one was a red one. Second one was actually really nice, but I didn't get my full size on this one, which was a little bit unfortunate. This one brought me back green on the day. And then this one, I actually missed my entry here because I had good till day instead of extended hours. I missed my entry here. Then I chased it here a little bit on this candle. Then it actually ended up flushing down, and I kept on averaging down, looking for that move higher. I basically just ended up breaking even on this one. Bit of a roller coaster ride right here. Just didn't get my first entry. Then I chased it. Then it dipped down. I averaged down. And then I basically just, you know, scratched out on it, which was a little bit unfortunate because this, you know, this move right here was 2.4%. I probably could have walked away with a solid 1.5, 2% on that, honestly. So yeah, that would have been a nice little green trade. But oh well, it is what it is. Pre-market, you know, you're not trying to have any blow-away trades. You're just trying to get your feet wet. So that's pretty much what I did, and can't complain. So yeah, SAVA out of the gates is going to be a fun one for sure. I'm going to be looking for that entry. I don't know. We'll see. If it dips below 8.6, I'll probably be jumping on it. You know, we'll see. We'll talk about it a little bit more closer to the opening bell. Let's talk about now PIC, which I think is kind of interesting. Daddy needs a pair of everything from Andy. Thanks for the $4, Andy. Really appreciate the support on the channel, man. Nice, nice. Nice swing on Penn and DraftKings. DraftKings was a good fun one actually. It was almost sad leaving that ticker, but I had a good ride. Always appreciate it, no matter the amount. Okay, let's talk about PIC. 1 million float, US. Closed equity fund. This is actually a SPAC kind of company, a SPAC. I don't really know how to pronounce the acronym. Special purpose acquisition company, or a blank check company that we've been hearing a lot more about recently than really much before. It's kind of becoming a thing lately. This company acquired XL Fleet. It's an electric vehicle company. They're merging with this SPAC company, basically the Special Purpose Acquisition Company or Blank Check Company, which is PIC, to get listed, to become a public company quicker, take advantage of funds. So I always find these companies a little bit tricky out of the gate to try to figure out how to play them. If we go to growth swings here for a little bit, we had KCAC. This was a similar situation. Blank Check company that acquired, what was that company called? QuantumScape, the battery manufacturer, right? Then it had a really, really nice move higher, consolidate a little bit. We've traded, I think, twice now since this dip. We've had a few little trades, actually just once. So yeah, how do we want to go about, trading PIC? Because technically it's a very similar situation where they just acquired this company, or, they had a merger with this company. To be honest, I don't have a total answer on this one yet, how I want to go about doing it. But for now, pre-market, it is holding its highs okay. So we could see some really, really good momentum out of the gate on this one. I think it's going to be a really, really interesting watch. It is a 1 million float according to Finviz. I'm not totally sure how true that is after the merger. I don't know if it's been totally updated. We'll see. I wouldn't actually be surprised if it still was 1 million float. So PIC, I think it's going to be a really interesting ticker. I'm not fully sure how I want to go about trading it yet. Probably pause off for me at the open on PIC, but we'll see how it goes. If it starts having some really, really nice moves, which I think it definitely is possible, then I wouldn't mind jumping on this one. So right now we have that VWAP we need to break higher above. I'll put 2 alerts on it. I don't even know if the alerts will go off with TOS, but I'll put them anyway, and we'll see what kind of entry we can get on PIC at one point. If we do at all, I don't know. Nothing's guaranteed. With another 3 minutes here till the open, but very quickly I want to talk about IMMP, one of our lead gappers that kind of is just consolidating here a little bit too much. Not a lot of volume on this one. I think 1.8 and 1.7 could both be on their own really interesting support zones. I really don't know what's going to happen with this one. It seems like the volume has really, really fallen off a cliff here. I'm a little bit suspicious because of that. 46 million float, an Australian biotech with stage 1 phase 2 study, collaboration with Merck. Kind of a little update, positive news there, but doesn't seem like anything too crazy. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. I think most of my eyes are on Sava for now. I got on my second screen, and then I'll just be switching around here with this screen, seeing what we can find and kind of popping around a little bit. Let's see what Snow's up to. Nice move higher there. I'm going to be looking for a possible entry on Snow if it dips, like I said yesterday, below 200. I'm not really sure what we're going to get out of this one. So far, this is a little bit overextended in my eyes, but at the same time, it could easily break past 300 and break past the high of 319. Like, I wouldn't be surprised either. Just for a swing trade, the risk reward right now is not very favorable, unless we see some really strong bullish buy action coming in, and then I'll try to ride the wave as much as possible. This has been a really, really slow day trading week. It's been actually kind of crazy how slow it's been. Yeah, so SAVA, this could be a really interesting open here. I wouldn't be surprised if 8.6 really came in as support and then we ripped through VWAP. I honestly kind of feel like that's what I'm going to be looking for. I'm not thinking that this is going to be any sort of major red to green move. I could be wrong, but for now, I really like the general support zone here at 8.6. So let's see what we get. I'll take a starter size around 200 and then kind of move my way from there. Actually, maybe even 300. All right, guys. Yeah, good luck, everyone. Good luck, Corey. I see ya. Nice rip. This could be a quick pullback here back to 8.8 or so. Watching it. Quick pullback. See where the buyers are. Buyers at 880. That was it. Let's see. Looking for that break in 9. Not sure if we're going to get it right away. Whew, that was a quick break in 9. The pullback is real here. Looking for a little bit of an entry here at 65. Got it at 300 shares. A little bit of a dip here. 400 just averaged down a little bit. Still some pretty decent support in this area. Cracking, support cracking just a tad. It was a strong move higher at first. Still some sell volume here in this one. Looking for that crack again of VWAP. Just sold half of my position. I might have sold all of it. Trying to sell the rest now. Not really sure what's going on. What the heck is going on? Hold on one second, guys. I have no idea what's going on with my computer right now. Try to close that position, but I couldn't. Why? Hold on, I'm getting just a bunch of error message on my computer right now. It's getting a little stressful. All right, I believe I'm just sold 100 shares. What is going on right now? Hold on. All right, I think I'm out of this trade. I have no idea what just happened. My computer pretty much was frozen that whole time. I took a tiny profit just now, which was pretty much a scratch. Made like 20 bucks. Should have made much more than that. This is why I'm ordering a new laptop. That was so ridiculous. I tried to take profits there at 8.8. Didn't let me. I don't know, maybe I double clicked something. That's just how it is sometimes at the opening bell. That was really sloppy. Really annoying, actually. All right, well, let's get back to it here. It is what it is. I honestly just could not explain what just happened. I'll have to watch the replay, but just kept on getting these tiny error messages that were so small on my screen that I couldn't even read them. Not really sure what caused them, but then I ended up kind of moving down my limit order. I don't know, missed out on maybe like 3-4% profit. It's not the end of the world. Luckily, I didn't have to take a loss on a winning trade. That would have really bothered me. So yeah, the second order went in at 62. Okay, so I pretty much got out the second trade for a break even. Gotcha, okay. So just watching SAVA here, looking for some sort of 5-minute setup. We know we have bigger support right below 8.5. That's always tends to be a good little bounce zone. We also have an interesting zone here at like 837, something that I'd be really looking for maybe a quick move into. 825 was a bigger bounce zone earlier pre-market. So let's see where this thing's gonna go. Right now, no new trades for me, just kind of letting this one go. Mark says, I think you did a partial close and you kept trying to close the order as a whole and it was rejected because you owed less than what you're trying to sell. Yeah, I think you're right. It was something in that ballpark for sure. I think what was getting me was the fact I couldn't see the error message because the resolution was mixed up. And then this computer is a little slow at the moment when I'm streaming, so I couldn't really know anything just because my screen wasn't updating in time. Oh well. Wprt. Nice little break higher here. Really clean move on Wprt with the 117 million float. I gotta say, this is actually a really, really impressive move. SAVA popping back up, looking kind of good. Wprt has that big resistance right here at 2.5. That's the place to crack. Oh, Michael, man. Super sorry to hear. I hate when that happens. It's always like really, really stressful. Always got to be thinking, where would be a good setup? Where's a 5-minute setup? Maybe 220, 222, something like that. Sell volume has been going down, which is a good bullish sign. Nice bounce so far. 3-4%. Good strong mover here. Wprt. I don't know why, but this one's like a tricky one for me to say. It's just like, bah. Wprt. It somehow feels like the R should be before the P. I don't know why. Looks like a perfect flag pattern though. Clear breakout here. Can it go above 2.4? That's a big question. I was waiting for a little bit lower of an entry actually, so was a bit too cautious on that one. Still watching Sava. Don't really see a setup on it just yet. Trying to hold that 8.6 zone, 8.6. Boom! Wprt just broke that 2.4 critical area. Quick pullback, 1 minute pullback right now here at 236. SAVA just had a bit of a dip there. It was actually kind of a strong sell-off there at 350. Yeah, Corey, I feel you, man. SAVA and Wprt are the lead gappers at the moment, both of which are, fairly small cap. 200 million market cap on SAVA and 300 million on Wprt. Yep, that's true, Aaron. It was a bit of a late day kind of runner. And the whole morning SAVA just sold off really, really intensely. So just keep that in mind. Like maybe trading breakouts on SAVA is not a good idea. Just the way that this thing reacts at resistance levels. HGEN halted, shot up 10% from Matt. I'm going to keep a close eye on Wprt because I think this one actually has some of the, this could be the best small cap gapper right now. Kind of questionable catalyst. I'm not the biggest fan of the giant float, but let's see. Market's overall greenish, but it's not a big day. SAVA just is having a massive breakout right now, guys. Take a look at SAVA. Huge breakout here. Might get halted. Well, it's only 6%, but relative for SAVA, this is a big move. Good to see some volume back in on that. I'll switch my screen over if I enter a trade on it. Whoo! Still running. Nice, Steven. Good bit of volume on that. 877 could be an entry. New minute about to start here. That was a quick 1 minute pullback. This thing looks like it might break past 9. No, still doing a bit of consolidation maybe. Could be a bit of a 5 minute setup or more like a bull flag kind of taking part. The Wprt. Bit of a tricky play here on this one. SAVA just broke that 9. New 5 minute about to start. Here we go. Gotta say, Wprt, the 223 zone does look like a decent amount of buyers. Not the biggest fan of buying right above VWAP on a second attempt, though. That's really not an entry I'd usually go for. High risk. Try to break it, but buyers came in. I think everyone's waiting for a pullback on Sava. Technically, it had to pull back to 9. I guess you can argue. SAVA pulling back. It's hard to say how strong this pullback is going to be. I'm a little nervous it's going to be kind of strong. Sava in general just has big sell volume. Makes it a little bit uncomfortable looking at that ticker, I gotta say. I'm kind of impressed how much Wprt is just slowly selling off here. Didn't even really try much for a bit of a move back higher. SAVA had a nice bounce off the 90 in May. Up around 2.5% from there. Oh yeah, markets just took another dip again, huh? They're just nicely green, I feel like, a couple minutes ago. Nasdaq getting a little weak here in this area. Definitely a lot to watch out for. Gotta be careful. Yeah, I'm getting a few stream warnings right now. It looks like the stream might be a little bit light. Maybe I had a little slow internet today or something. Sava with the lower market cap of 226 million compared to Wprt of 300 million. Also has more dollar volume, so more people are clearly looking at it and trading this one. And it has that 22 million float, so this thing does have that spike ability compared to Wprt at 117 million float and no real catalyst. So just keep that in mind when you're looking at Wprt. So you guys are watching on VXRT. Boom! SAVA, nice breakout there. Hopefully some of you guys got it. I was not on that one. See what the XRT drop is all about. That's a nice little sell-off. Not a lot of volume though on the daily. It's not too bad of a sell-off with that low volume. $9:50 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Not the most awesome setups, I feel like, but you know, there's opportunity here for sure. This looks very healthy, I gotta say. It looks very strong. Oh, right as I say that, it has a nice little back dip down to 9. I like the 5-minute overall setup here. Does look like there's decent support. Sava does have some pretty mean flushes sometimes. So maybe buying into a flush actually wouldn't even be the worst idea, just based on how this thing does trade. So they're not really like my classic setups. That's why I haven't really entered anything yet. SAVA was also extremely choppy on the way up. You know, in hindsight, it has some actually decent entry points, but the wicks are always very, very strong. Don't have total trust in this one based on how much it sold off yesterday or Monday. So I just got to break out of that little maybe over biasness on this ticker. Nice little Wprt move here. $210 buyers getting chipped pretty heavy. SAVA just had that break of VWAP. I feel like that's kind of what we are all maybe waiting for. I'm just going to keep a close eye on this one, as I do think that it has that potential to just keep going from here. I like the 5-minute setup for a possible pullback entry. I'm going to give it a little bit longer. Guten Morgen, King Chip. I feel like I'm still waking up over here. I don't know what happened. I was all awake all day today, and then I randomly got tired like an hour before the stream. SAVA with a nice little kind of pop here. Now the 9 EMA is no longer support, it's new resistance, so I wouldn't really want to buy that first retest for that possible breakout back higher. But I do think, buying a possible dip here was actually not exactly the worst setup. So let's see how this one goes. SAVA, watching it. I think any dip into the 8.8 territory could be actually kind of interesting. Obviously the low 8.8, maybe into the 8.7s. Not sure if we're even going to get it. What was the goal, Steven? But congrats, happy to hear that, man. SAVA possibly selling off. Not too much sell volume though on this one. At least in the last, two minutes. Trying to break higher. SAVA making moves higher right now. New minute about to start. Well, that's quite a strong dip there. Hard to get a good setup here on this one. I just didn't feel like that was the setup I wanted. Still was waiting for that 8.8 zone. Maybe a little bit lower, maybe 8.75 or so. Whew, what a choppy kind of morning here. Got to be very careful on these setups. I mean, I would say SAVA, when we dip below that 8.5 territory, that's kind of the spot we were talking about pre-market. That I should have maybe gotten a bit more aggressive there, but I don't know. I just got out of some pretty stressful trade hiccups, and I didn't feel like entering a trade right away again. So it is what it is. SAVA just hit 83 very shortly. There's definitely a lot of dip traders on SAVA. You can feel them. Another move higher here. This could be a good 5-minute bull flag setup, guys. Check out the 5-minute. So let's see. That's a sloppy. I don't know if it's my delayed computer or if it's just a sloppy way it moves. I honestly couldn't even tell. SAVA technically having a 5-minute breakout right now, guys. Looking for a possible 1-minute pullback. Nice breakout here on SAVA. Putting an order at 897 just in case, the way the wicks pull on this thing. Yeah, we're watching PIC, but it's not really doing too much. Only up to now 15%. I don't know. Ah, man, it's really not my kind of momentum here today. I think SAVA could be a possible setup here. I'm just kind of keeping an eye on it. Be right back. Nice move on SAVA. PIC, look at that big old resistance there at VWAP. It's not a nice spot to be. I'm still watching SAVA. It could actually have a nice little pullback here. Gave up my possible entry when I left at 97. Actually would have worked out quite well, but oh well. This thing, you know, it's tough to say. It's like it has big resistance right around 920, but it's really inching its way up really nicely. So it's like really on the fence of being a really great ticker. And then also super sketchy. Possible entry on SAVA on a quick dip. Steven, maybe I will. Yeah, PIC really just kind of a bit slow. SAVA's got to break over that 937. This thing looks pretty solid in play though right now. Really like what I'm seeing. Missed that entry, but that's what it is. We could be seeing a little bit of a setup here on SAVA. It's 10:09. I can't believe it's 10:09 already. This day is flying by. I've only got one trade in since the market opened. Yeah. total fumble kind of day for me. I'm just, yeah. I really hope next week we get a little bit of cleaner setups. At the moment, SAVA up 30% on the day. It's still our number one lead gapper for the small caps. I was even thinking about trading some large caps today, but I didn't see anything that was overly extended in either direction at the moment when I was first checking the scanners. I'd say VA somewhere around 7 could be a nice setup. I'm sure if we're going to dip down there. Still watching as a VA for a possible setup here. Looking for a quick pullback and then a continuation back to the upside. Five-minute is pretty clear, pretty strong setup. This one does have these extended wicks, so it makes me a little bit more cautious on how I want to go about it. Dip down to 907. Nice move there. That was about 10 cents a share. I mean, small move, but you know, on a ticker like SAVA, actually quite nice. I should have never removed my limit order. That's 2 misses in a row, back to back. Nice, Corey. That would have been the move. I actually moved my limit order literally away from 07, put it down to like 05, because I didn't get that first entry. So I missed this one right here, and I actually missed this one as well by like, not my day. It is what it is. I like that it's at least moving to the upside a little bit. It's nice to see a little bit of action, even if you're missing it. It's good to see small caps doing something, because it's been so dry lately. Wprt gaining a little bit of momentum back here. Big breakout on SAVA. Man, oh man. Yeah, I absolutely missed that entry. Sweet move though. Good to see it. $9.5 is bigger resistance. You know, relatively, SAVA doesn't have that much volume today, so that's something maybe to consider. 9.5 broke above it. Really, really strong. Good to see that. I think the catalyst on SAVA isn't really that strong today as it was on Monday, because Monday was kind of like the first time we were hearing about it. This is more or less rehashed news. Uh, I probably wouldn't even enter it until, I don't know, it's a bit of a mixed opinion here on this one. Got a limit order right around 34. Good to see some traders coming in on this one, getting a little bit more volume here on that breakout, so pretty nice. Boom, 96 or 64, 9.64. Yeah, Wprt is just kind of stuck here below VWAP. This one needs a lot more activity for this one to start moving higher. But, you know, relative volume-wise, this one's really, really up nicely. SAVA possibly try to dip just a tad here. Yeah, SRNU was a ticker we traded yesterday. Today really is really light on volume. Just keep that in mind. Not sure how much it's going to actually break higher. But, you know, it did have a nice little bottom bounce and, you know, a good little pullback to this area continuation here. It's just all these tickers are really, you know, this is a 6% move. That's tiny. So we're just really not getting a lot of activity overall. That really gets me too excited. Makes me want to jump in on anything. SAVA could be a really good 9 EMA support bounce right now. Whoosh, your cunt. That's pretty intense. I'm surprised they're still trading VXRT. At least it does have some action. You gotta give it to it. This ticker does somehow have some interesting trends all the time. This was a really, really nice breakout spot right here. Bit of a slower mover, but kind of everything is at the moment. $10:20 a.m. Ah, so unfortunate. I think there was two trades I could have got today, for sure, that I missed. By one I removed when I left the computer, and the other one I just pulled my limit order down just 1-2 cents too much. Both those would have been good entries. I don't know. It is what it is. Yeah, Monster. That's actually a good point. Nice move on SAVA. Perfect pullback. I don't know why, but I'm having a hard time jumping on SAVA. I just kind of keep missing this one. Steven, I think he meant that he was day trading it and he was in the red, most likely pre-market, and then traded his way back into the green, which is really, really sweet. SAVA may have just had a little bit of a blow off top there. Be careful if you're still long on SAVA. I don't know if you guys hear it, but the wind is so strong outside. It's howling, absolutely howling right now. Possible move lower on SAVA here. I would argue that around 927, there's some really big support, probably in the 30s as well. Corey, me and you both, man. I'm about to fall off my seat here watching these small caps. Ay. What are we watching here? This is ridiculous. I gotta say, I missed 2 trades today. I was being really ridiculous. I don't know why I didn't enter those. So I could have probably ended today up maybe like $200 or so if I just did those 2 trades. But like that's pretty much as good as it would have gotten today. So I'm still a little disappointed. Really kind of at myself for the fact that I just didn't do the obvious setups, but that is what it is. I do want to probably talk about swing trades a bit. But I'm gonna give SAVA a little bit longer, as I do think we might see a good little setup here. Absolute snooze fest, 100%. It honestly sounds like my door's about to fly open. It's just like, it's really windy. Even the wind blows up. I was looking for a little entry here on SAVA below 9.4. I wouldn't really risk any more than that. I do like the fact that the 9 EMA on the 5-minute would show kind of possibly a nice setup there. So that's kind of what I was waiting for. I had to check that out. Oh yeah, here we go. Wprt just breaking VWAP, looking pretty solid. $220 acting a little bit of support here. See if we can get a quick dip here on this one. Quick little entry here at 220. Looking for a little bit of a continuation on this ticker. My computer is god awful slow right now. It's making me really insecure. Oop, just try to take half size off of this one. Buyer's still strong on it. Just took half size off of it. I didn't really trust the amount of sellers on this one, to be honest. Maybe I'll do another trade on it. Very, very small win here on me, for me. Probably like a 2% profit, maybe at best, a little under 2%. I would be looking for this to break 225. I just have so little conviction behind small caps today that I'm not really willing to put the pedal to the metal at all. Good call, Corey, on the setup, but I just don't have the conviction today to hold these positions very long, which is kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. Wow, 1 second, guys. Hold on. It's absolutely insane out there. If you were surfing right now, it'd be probably pretty wild, as long as you're in the right beach where you get the offshore winds. But holy macaroons. It literally sounds like my window's about to break any moment or something. Yeah, so I'm going to look at some of these large caps here for a little bit, just because, why not? DKNG, guys, look at this. Almost at $55 today. Talk about selling too early, huh? Where's this little slicky hiding? So we sold at $52.50. This thing is now just about shy of $55. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Strong run on this one. I was really kind of expecting this one to go to 55, but when yesterday got a big rejection off the 53, and then today yesterday tried to break 53 again, didn't hold. I didn't really feel comfortable holding this one any longer. I kind of felt like it was getting a little bit overextended, and I kind of felt like taking my profits on DKNG was almost the only sane decision. So I don't really regret at all taking profits. We left around 4% on the table, but at the same time, we could have easily dipped down here. That would have been a 5% pullback. Here would have been an 8% pullback. So it had unfavorable risk reward, and that's why I absolutely do not regret it. This was a really, really nice trade. Yeah, super stoked about it. So yeah, a lot of these large caps are pulling back a little bit. LMND, I was actually really, really excited about this possible entry. I was a little bit too conservative here. I had my limit order ready to go at 44.5, and this thing went down to like 47.5, and now it's up 15% from that. So that could have been a absolutely wicked swing trade. I might think about trading this one. Looks like it found some support. Looks like it found a lot of support, not a lot of sellers down here, and then buying volume instantly pushing this thing up so much more. So I think LMND might be on an upwards trend, and buying this one anytime soon wouldn't be a bad idea. I just feel like the overall market is getting ready for another sell-off, and I don't really want to start any swing trades right before the market might start selling off. And I never try to time the market, but at the same time, I would really be going against a lot of gut feeling right now. So I'm not sure how comfortable I feel with that. I would at least want to see the market or the SPY closer to 320. And I mean, trust me, I want to jump into a lot of things right now, but I just feel like I'd be buying at the high of one of those little, dead cat bounces. And that's not really what I want to be doing. That's why I'm not in a lot of swing trades at the moment. ACI. Albertsons. Oh, that's so funny. We could put an ACI on here and put it right next to the CVS and Walgreens. You know, CVS, Walgreens, and I get Albertsons. Did Albertsons recently IPO, or why does it look like it's here in June? Okay, Albertson is giving the public markets another try. That's really, really funny because I was like, I know Albertsons. I'm sure a lot of you guys do. Why is it just IPOing? So they apparently they got delisted. Who knows what happened? I don't remember what happened there. And then they got, they're trying it again. That's really, really funny. So, Bren, did you check out their financials? Are you liking what you're seeing? What's the situation there? So we clearly have some big support here in the 13 zone. To be honest, I always felt like Albertson was kind of the shady kind of grocery store. It wasn't really a grocery store to the fullest extent. It was like half grocery store, half a Walgreens, CVS kind of combo. It was never as good as Publix. I just don't know why you would go to Albertson as opposed to like, I don't know, a better brand name. I don't know, I could be totally wrong, but I also haven't been to an Albertson in so many years. So who knows what kind of turnaround story they have. Publix is the best. Publix is the best. Probably has a member card of some extent. I've never, yeah, I don't know. It's tough with a ticker like this. Like you might be catching the bottom, but you might also be just, falling into riding a falling knife kind of thing here. Riding a really strong downwards trend. It's hard to say. Like I would have to really dig into the financials. I would really want to see maybe some sort of bigger capitulation near major support or like a key psychological zone. I think 13 could easily crack. We've already bounced off of it before, had a really nice bounce, but weren't able to hold those highs at all. And now we're having a double bottom. I don't like buying those double bottoms after failed bounce. So I just feel like I don't know where this thing's going to be going. Buying the original double bottom here for a very quick trade could have been something interesting, but I don't think I'm going to be trading ACI until maybe it gets closer to like 1050 or so. I could see myself going into a trade there, but at the moment, this doesn't really seem like something I'd want to do. Yeah, let's see, WPRT, let's go back to this one, WPRT. So we were able to siphon out just a tiny profit on WPRT, walked away with 30 bucks on that one, brought my daily profit to 80. Man, I left so much money on the table today, but at the same time, there wasn't that much money be taken off the table to begin with. So that's that. But sloppy trading from my end. Filled orders 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We did 5 trades today. Right now it's 10:39 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 20 seconds. Just gonna document this for later. Let me close this. And thanks Corey, by the way, for those 30 bucks because you called that move out, and I probably would have not taken that move if you did not call it out. WPRT, let's see here. Okay, so let's just talk about what we know. WPRT is 117 million float, Canadian auto parts company. Apparently they have some news about better being able to serve the Indian market. Nothing really came out pre-market, but all of a sudden the market opened and a little bit more stuff kind of started shooting through here. maintains buy rating but lowers price target. Price targets are never really that important. Looks like some other people lowered their price targets. Whoops, what just happened? Uh-oh. Hold on one second. Oh man, everything is so slow. What is going on here? Hold on, that was an error on my end, because this price target stuff that I was reading is actually old news. Old news. Yep. Okay, my time was filtered the wrong way. I was like, wait a second. There's no way I did not see that. Guys, clearly I really need to get into weekend mode here. This is the second time this week I've made a pretty ridiculous mistake. Let's see. When announced, joint venture received certification from the Ministry of Ecology and Environment of China. Okay. Kind of sounds like sustainable and growth catalyst, some certifications, working with different companies. So, I mean, that explains the clear breakout with big support. So that's overall very good signs. This company is a little bit choppy for sure. And we do know that kind of this 2.5 zone is major resistance. We have a lot of volume here breaking out higher, which kind of makes me think that there might be a little bit of dilution going on here. So watch out. I bet you Wprt on has some really check out bamsec.com, and then check out the company Wprt. But because check out their 10K, I guarantee you there's warrants on here, because there's no way they have such a big spike of volume today for Wprt. One sec, let me just find it. I was looking at another laptop this morning. I posted it in the Discord chat under the just normal chat room. If you guys are interested in checking it out and leaving some comments, I probably spend like at least 5 hours a week, definitely more than that actually. Just looking at YouTube videos on laptops. It's a bit of a sick obsession at this point. Hold on, I'm trying to go through their 10K right now. Hey guys, I know it's a Friday and it's a slow trading day, but if you guys enjoyed the content today, if you learned something new, if you're enjoying the community, don't forget to drop a like, guys. It really helps the channel. I really do appreciate all the likes. It means a lot. My God, I'm dealing with two extremely slow computers. I'm about to my eyes are just gonna roll out of my head one day if this continues. Wegmans remind me of Schwegmann. I don't know, but they keep popping their head up once a day, I think, live. Is SAVA trying to pop higher again? They have so many 6K filings, it's hard to even find their 10K. I think you want to be really careful with a ticker like WPRT, just watching the price action. It looks like the buy volume is just getting sold into so hard. All right, so I've yet to pull up a 10K. I'm not sure WPR. Maybe it's because they're a Canadian company. They're missing some of these filings. I have no idea. I can't find the financial statements I'm looking for WPRT. I really do think there's some sort of dilution going on with WPRT for sure. Has a huge spike of volume today that doesn't really make sense, really dwarfs the other big spike days, which doesn't actually feel justified. So what I'm thinking is their float is higher than before, which naturally means, you know, more shares are going to be traded. So I think that's kind of what's going on here. Oh yeah, Apple finally broke that critical $110 zone. I can't believe that Workhorse is literally up 5% today. This thing just absolutely does not stop. That's why every time I say it's overextended, I'm like, don't listen to me, because this thing just keeps running up. I personally don't feel comfortable trading it or swing trading it, but apparently a lot of other people do. So, you know, stick to your gut, guys. If you feel it and you know you're identifying patterns and it's looking good, take advantage of it. You know, just because I'm not trading something does not mean that you shouldn't. Thanks for the $5, Jay. Really do appreciate the support, man. Thanks for supporting the channel. Is Sava still moving? Hope you got some nice trades today. Look at that. Yeah, SAVA surprisingly just kind of keeps on keeping on, right? Just keeps on ticking here. Wow, did I miss a lot of setups on this ticker? I don't even really know what to say. Only thing that makes me feel a little bit better is that this whole entire move here is only 10%. When it's a hot small cap market, you'll get one pop like this size, and this could easily be 10%, 15% sometimes. So it's just like, I don't really feel like I'm missing out on anything, even if I did miss like 2% trades, because it's like, I don't know. Was it worth going crazy for those? Probably not. But it's good to, you know, keep practicing every day and try to be on your game. Al only trades drops. Yeah, I'm not that aggressive as a breakout trader. That's true, Steven. Let's do a really quick run through of the tickers we're seeing today. And honestly, I think it's time to get to weekend mode. I'm going to run outside and see what kind of winds are flying around. I feel like there's going to be a cow flying through the air right now. Are there tornadoes in Portugal? You guys probably don't hear it, but it's really loud. Ooh, Harley, that's a good question. Well, let's look at that. So Sonos, no trade here for me. I was really waiting for this one to crack 12.5 after we sold here for a little bit of a profit. up 13%. My God, talk about a little bit of a miss there. JETS is pulling back, guys. If you're starting to feel a little bit more bullish about the airlines, this is right now seeing a little bit of support here. Could easily make its way back to 19, would not be surprised. Or if you want to take a little bit more risk, you go specific with airlines or individual airlines like American Airlines. Yeah, so far those are no trades for me. I actually have a trade, or I have a position to possibly fill on Royal Caribbean at 60 something. We got a little bit of 180 simple moving average. I'd be looking to buy around there, 60.83. We'll see. Maybe we'll get a dip on this one. If not, that's fine as well. CCL, Carnival Cruise Lines. You know, this one's coming to some really, really big support, and this could be a good trade here. Right now we are kind of breaking these zones, and I would probably consider trading this one around 14 or so. I don't know, it's not like a ticker I'm absolutely crazy about, but I do kind of find some interesting moves in that area. So I'll put an alert here if we break 15, and I would probably buy this at like 14.5. So let's see what happens. That's what I'm thinking now. What computer did I end up getting? I have not got one. I'm waiting for Cyber Monday, right? But it's like that's like 2.5 months away, and it's driving me insane. I honestly don't know if I can wait that long. I don't know if my laptop can wait that long. But whenever I find a new laptop that I'm looking at, I'll make sure to just throw it in the Discord chat, guys. If you guys are interested, let me know what you think about it. I found a really good value one from Asus that I dropped in there. Would be interested to see what you guys think. I'm sure a lot of you guys know much more about laptops than I do. I've been watching a lot of videos, so I've been learning a lot, but it came from like a base knowledge of very low. I would have not been able to tell you the difference between most parts probably of the I don't know, like the difference between a GeForce like 1650 versus 2080. Like, I don't know, the one with the higher number sounds better. Like that was my kind of I don't know, laptop savviness and IT parts, I guess you can say. But now I feel like it's gotten a little bit better. So we can have a proper conversation maybe. Let's keep going through here. Amazon obviously selling off. We've been talking about this one. What we would potentially do. I've been saying, you know, if it's pretty much a lot of these large caps from, you know, Tesla to Amazon, I'm not crazy about swing trading them. I would buy them on major dips and then add them to my swing trade portfolio. One thing to maybe keep in mind is last time we had a big dip under the 180 moving average. That was an 8% dip. Right now we are actually at, let's go a little further away. We're at 6.97%. So an 8% dip would put us a little bit closer to like 2.9 thousand. So keep an eye out for these zones. They could be some really, really good dip potential zones for something like Amazon. Intel back below 50. FOMO hitting. The Discord, the link is below. Yes, that was a nice one, huh? Slow but steady. Slow but steady. Check out LT investment. Wait, for a light LT investment. VYNE. They're launching a new one from around 4Q startup stage 2. AMD under 75, I think could be a really, really nice zone to maybe swing trade this one, especially in the 70s. I'd probably even pick up AMD to swing trade. This is, again, one of those tickers I would rather just invest into. I really like swing trading the small caps a little bit more. Apple, we've been all waiting for that break of 110. We've talked about this one several times. There's not really much to say. I will probably look to trade this one on a bounce of 100. And if it goes below 100, I would have no problem averaging down into this one, into the 90s. So that's how I probably want to go about trading Apple. SPCE, yeah, we talked about this one already. Yeah, kind of unfortunate how I went about trading this one. I sold my position way too soon. Constantly got, you know, stuck on the wrong side of this one. Could have made 2 really good trades out of it. Ended up pretty much making 1 scratch. This was an embarrassing story for me on this last trade with Space. We've had some really good trades with Space and then some pretty mediocre ones, but at least we had no major losses or anything like that. So that's pretty nice. Tesla, yeah, to me, anything over 450 is really, really too much. We had 1 really, really good swing trade on Tesla, sold apparently way too soon, but at the same time, I don't really regret it. NKLA, let's keep kind of going through here. I gotta say, it's holding this $30 zone better than I would have expected. Workhorse, no comment. CLSK is the one that got away. DPHC, another EV kind of ticker. This one also did one of those blank checks where they accumulated another company or merged with another company. I forgot the name of that one. But we've been seeing that a lot lately. ADT, good thing we got out of this one. I don't know. I still kind of feel like I would want to buy ADT, but after doing an offering, you always want to kind of watch out a little bit. I think, you know, this thing could probably show some really good support signs around this $8 zone, or yeah, $7.90, $8 zone. So I would probably think about trading this one as we approach these areas. So I'm going to go ahead and put an alert here. Oftentimes these don't go off when I'm online, but at least it reminds me sometimes. Rocket companies like Quicken and all that fun stuff, still looking for a bigger pullback into the 20s. CVAC, CVAC, the German coronavirus biotech, yeah, would want to see a break under 50, maybe on your IPO prices. God, LMND, man, congrats to anyone long on this one. Also missed this one just barely. Look, you know, right now this week I missed a lot of stuff, but I also had some great swing trades this week, so like, I'm not really too bummed out actually at all. Just the small caps have been a little bit slower. AMC, I don't know. RKT, I mean RXT, kind of feels like RKT, kind of like I'm similar setup though. I'm waiting for this rounded bottom area has huge support right around here, $16. I would probably start buying around $16.27. Any break of $16.50, start accumulating. DKNG. Wow, man, this thing might even break 65. Talk about selling a little bit too soon, but still we had an order, we had an entry right around 41 and we sold at 52. So couldn't really be any more happy than that. It's not about getting perfect entries or perfect exits. It's about getting the meat of the move. That's what it's all about. KCAC, which is now pretty much an EV battery supplier. Kind of really showing that it has a lot of support in this zone. So picking some KCAC up might actually not be the worst idea. It seems like it has a lot of potential. Right now, if you bought KCAC, you'd be anticipating a move though. I'm not the biggest fan of that. I kind of like buying the move, right? So buying either, I typically don't buy the breakout, but I'll buy the pullback, right? Because then the momentum clearly shows that it's going in one direction. If it breaks down, I sometimes buy the retrace or something like that. Right now, you're kind of buying in the middle of 2 decisions, and it's not the most interesting. Who knows how long you're going to be holding it, and maybe you're going to wake up one day, all of a sudden down 10, 15%. Could happen. CVS, you know, we were actually saying if this thing dips below 55, 56, we'd probably go long on this one. Ended up bouncing already. Same with Walgreens. Didn't get our entry on that one either. ACI. Albertsons, well, we talked about that one a little bit, probably closer to 10. I'd be interested. And then Snow, I would actually want to see Snow crack 200 with light volume and then buy the dips of 200 into the 190s or something like that. That's kind of how I think about Snow. GE. Good question here. I actually hold GE in my dividend portfolio, which is kind of funny. I don't hold a lot of it, probably like under 5%, no, and probably even under like 2 or 3% of my overall portfolio. Not the biggest dividend yield, but I do hold a little bit of GE in a different account. So what I would be looking for this one, honestly, I think anything in these areas is kind of like a good deal. I don't really see GE going anywhere. And if something does, I mean, it's such a big company. If something did happen to GE, I would probably even think about like it would be accumulated at one point, bought out. I don't see this thing just going to like zero, right? So all in these low areas, it always tended to recover at one point pretty nicely. So that's probably what I'd be waiting for something like GE. Just keep on adding it to my long-term position. I wouldn't swing trade this one. I wouldn't day trade this one. I would easily hold this for 2, 3, 4 years, no problem. And then, anything technically in these zones is just absolutely cheap. It looks like it's tried to dip lower and lower, and it just can't do it. Like there's just at this point, there's just bag holders. There's just people that are like, you know what, I'm not selling. I'm an investor. I'm in this for the long term. And that's honestly how the chart looks. Like it's tried to dip lower here, couldn't do it. Tried to dip lower here, just instantly got bought up. Tried to dip lower again, tried to dip lower again. And then here just, volume shooting up. It's a 20% move. Just absolutely crazy. That a company like this from the bottom is just bouncing so hard. But it's at the same time, it's not a really big surprise because it's just sold off way, way too much. So, this is moving more than freaking small caps we're trading today. So, I honestly, looking at GE kind of makes me think I should add more of GE into my swing trade my investment portfolio. And actually, looking at the daily chart makes me feel like this is actually a solid breakout here. So, let me go back to the daily chart. This is a pretty strong breakout here with pretty big volume. I'm not totally sure why it broke out so much. Let's quickly check. It's in the catalyst. After CEO upbeat comment, what did he say? Why did that just exit out? More of the same. Yeah, I would probably argue I'm pretty bullish on GE, especially at the current prices. I really don't see a company like this going anywhere at the moment, anywhere lower. Sweet stuff. I honestly think about swing trading this one with my IRA account. This was a really, really sweet move here, 22%. I'd probably say the clear pivot zone is around 6.5 maybe. Gamestop. 100% short float, fundamentally undervalued. Yeah, I think GEME is actually a ticker worth talking about as well. So it's definitely having a few issues here. Had a lower high today. That's not really the great sign. I think buying GE on the next pullback would be a pretty sweet trade. That was a good move here. Just checking out some historical runs. So that's some really good retraces to the 180 moving average. I would probably pick some GE up right around 6.7. I'm not sure how much lower it would go from there, but what I would probably do is think about averaging down from 6.7. So let's go ahead and do a starter size at 6.7. This would be my challenge account. Let's go ahead and edit this order up here a little bit. Obviously, we'd want it to be good till cancel. So we had a big dip here at 73 roughly. I could see this dipping a little bit lower from the EMA or the moving average. Actually, that might be a little bit too big. 200. Never mind. 6, 12, 18, 4. All right, I'm going to do a 400 as a starter entry, and then ideally, if it goes any lower, I would actually end up averaging down a little bit with GE. So we'll put a little limit order on GE right now for that. I think that's not a bad idea. GM. Let's go to GameStop. This one had a pretty good move recently, GME. We were day trading this one even, or were we? I don't even remember right now. Had a really sweet breakout, pulled back to 6. Let's see here. This was actually kind of a strong dip here, 15%. Big volume, not that big of sell volume overall. And then now another really, really nice trend to the upside. This thing is clearly trending to the upside right now. This could be some really, really good moves. Kind of in anticipation for a lot of kind of seasonal stuff. $10 is always one of those kind of psychological zones, always worth kind of keeping in mind. And 12.6 seems quite important as well. And maybe arguably like this 10.75 zone, but I would probably put more emphasis right here around 12 to 12.5. I could see GME kind of consolidating here somewhere. I'm not totally sure where I would pick this one up, but somewhere around that EMA of around $8. It would be nice to get a better deal for this one somehow. So $8 definitely is, the close of this 4 hours and the open of this one. A lot of kind of fake out breakouts in this area as well. I could see $8 being kind of a good dip zone on it. I don't really see a move all the way back to $7. So I'd probably really consider buying GME closer to 8. That's probably how I would go about this one. I'm going to put an order here at 8 and then see if we want to do a secondary entry. So I'm going to put obviously a starter size on GME and then I have the starter size on GE as well. Two. To 805. Boom, starter size. Anything else we need to do today? I think that pretty much wraps it up. I don't actually think GME is on here, so let me just add it. GameStop. There we go. Cool. All right. Well, we put two swing trades together for possible entries. Obviously, we can do a lot more swing trading with our unlimited account, but for the challenge account, I think that pretty much gets that one ready to go. I think on Monday I'll be able to do one more swing trade setup. So that's all these things I'm going to be looking for, and pretty exciting stuff here. Oh, I definitely want to buy AMD as well, but it's just different plays, and I'll probably actually end up buying both of them. It's also going to be much easier to do a little bit of research with you guys when I have the second laptop, because I can't really open a window on this laptop. It's getting a little ridiculous, I gotta say. All right, let's go ahead and wrap it up here. Let me pull up one last second Wprt, see what you guys are looking at. and then we will wrap it up. Oh yeah, nice little breakout on Wprt. This is kind of like the situation that Corey mentioned earlier. Nice little move here. We had some news coming out just a few minutes ago. Nothing new, but looks like a good little rehash. Who posted this? Business Newswire. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we had some late day runners today, because we didn't get really anything pre-market so much. We didn't get anything at the open, and oftentimes when that's the situation, you're going to see something around noon. You're going to see something maybe during power hour or before power hour, before the market closes. Really, really nice momentum. So today, maybe that's one way to trade today. So if you guys have a bit more time this evening, if I did myself, I would probably consider watching the markets a little bit this evening. I think we could see some nice momentum right near the end. Some big buyers here at 222. Look at that. So this will probably have a quick pullback here in continuation. Huge volume there. Nice upside potential. We got big support here at 2.2, 9 EMA and VWAP. This is a good setup. Kip says, I missed the middle part of the stream. Did you do well with SAVA? Not really. We're up a little bit on SAVA, but not that much. I missed a lot of dip entries on it, and I didn't feel comfortable buying the breakouts because it flushed so hard in the past. Wprt, that was a perfect setup here. I gotta say, it didn't pull back that much. It looks like a lot of people are waiting for that move. So you had to be very aggressive with that one, but this is looking pretty strong. Was it, Braden, did you sell it? I don't really do options, but I guess it was a call, or were you writing it? I would maybe even consider watching the lead gappers today, Wprt and SAVA. I do think last Monday, or this week's Monday, SAVA had a big move during power hour, so maybe we're going to see that again this afternoon. All right, guys, I gotta run. It was really, really nice trading here this last day with you guys. Unfortunately, the action was a little bit weak again, but that's how this whole week has been. That's just how it goes sometimes. Sometimes you get 1 month, 2 months, 3 months of like super hot action, and then if it's down for a little bit, it's down for a little bit. It gives us time to kind of look at some other things, practice our swing trading. It's not bad at all. Sometimes it can be a little frustrating, especially if you're just starting to learn how to day trade. You're going to be like, I don't get this. The stocks, why is breakout trading even a thing? It's a lot of weird kind of moves we're seeing. Right? Like, it's very easy just to like spin your wheels on days like today. So I'm pretty happy that we're walking away even with a little bit of green profit. So that's pretty sweet. I'll probably focus today a little bit in the recap video on finding those perfect setups. So don't forget to subscribe, guys, if you're totally new here. And I'll see you guys in the recap video then. Good luck trading, everyone, today. Don't do anything too silly. It is Friday after all, guys. There's no reason to, go super crazy. Monday, we'll be back at it again. I'll see you guys then first thing in the recap video. I might see you guys this weekend, and then I will see you guys obviously on Monday. So guys, till then, stay safe, make some awesome trades. Ciao, ciao. If you guys want to keep on talking, don't forget to check out the Discord room. First link in the video description below, tradejournal.co/connect, and then go under the community section. You can find the Discord link there. Sweet. Peace, guys.